back to my channel. I want to start out by prefacing this video. This is not a tutorial because by calling it a tutorial that implies that I know what I'm doing. I don't. I made this up as I go, but it turned out pretty cool. So if you want to stick around and see how I made a denim blanket, keep watching. Okay, so the quilt I made is a queen size, and I used about 15 pairs of pants for this, but it's hard to say because they're all different sizes in the jeans and stuff. But you're going to want to harvest as much of the fabric as you can, so just get rid of all the seams and everything, and then we're going to cut them up into squares. And to do that, I cut a little piece of cardboard out that was 6 by 6 inches across, and we're just going to trace as many as you can fit without them getting crowded. This is by far the longest part of the whole process, and if you expected to leave with your sanity intact, then shoot that dream in the foot right now, because you won't. It's just not going to happen.
I have my sewing machine beside me. About to start the process of getting everything stitched up together. Montage time.
So in theory, if you sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance on all sides, then you will end up with 5 by 5 squares, which is what I was going for. You can adjust these according to however big you want the actual parts of your quilt to be. I made my quilt 15 squares wide by 16 long, and it covers a queen size bed like just perfectly. And keep going and stitch them all into rows. Don't actually connect the rows yet though. Otherwise it'll be way too heavy to manage. Alright, and next press your seams down so they're all nice and crispy. It makes life easier, I promise. And copyright me. Here's what it looks like when it's all pressed flat. And then you're gonna take all of the rows you just made and you're gonna stitch them up together. This part's gonna be really, really heavy on your machine, so I recommend doing them in stages because yeah, it's just hard to manage if you don't. So. Also, Chucky says hi. This is what I meant when I said it would get heavy. You're gonna need like furniture or small children to help you hold it up. We already pressed the seams like horizontally, but this is what it looks like when you don't do it vertically yet. So you're gonna wanna get that done, and I'll show you in the next clip why it makes a difference. That's my sister. She says hi too. Okay, so see how flat it is on this side? And how the other sides, like, look at the top seam, how it's nice, and then the bottom one's kind of, like, puffy. That's why it's important. So just keep doing that, and if you have, like, a steam setting on your iron, it helps a lot. Victory dance, because you're almost done. Stunning, if I may say so myself. Now for the backing, this one was a really, really old, like, thick white sheet that we just had lying around, and that's what's going to be on the underside of it. Make sure you choose something soft because life's too short for scratchy blankets. Don't do that to yourself. Also, here is Grace. She's an even bigger attention whore than me, so I let her be on camera for a second.
Basically right here, I'm just going to stitch this together, and I'm kind of winging this part because it's looking real janky right now.
I did a pretty bad job documenting this part of the process, but you're going to want to sew the sheets to your quilt in multiple different sections so that there isn't like a ton of stress on your already poor seams that you did on the edges. And it'll just keep everything nice and secure. Hey there! I did not film anything for this part, but basically I've been working on this for about 4 months, and I was putting it off because the blanket's not really finished. Like, it is, but I just can't hem it properly because if I use the machine that I have right now, it'll break like all of the gears and the motors and stuff. It's just not powerful enough. So I was hoping that I could find somebody else's machine that is durable enough to do this, and it's just... stars ain't there. Stars are not aligning for me today. So yeah, I mean, it bugs me a little bit too, but I figured it's better to just put the video up even if it's not perfectly hemmed. Okay. Isn't she cute? Look how freaking perfect she is. Ah! yeah, so thank you for clicking, first of all, and maybe you'll stick around. Bye.